So in the fed motor activity, in the fasted motor, I typed that wrong. Alright, fix that. So in the fasted motor activity here, we have 3 different phases. The quiescent, which it's long periods of no contractions. It's inactive. And we have the inactivity is about 75 to 90 minutes in the quiescent phase. And then we have irregular contractions, which is about 10 minutes. And then we have strong regular contractions, which is about 3 minutes. This is probably the phase that you feel when you're hungry. This is when the growling occurs. And that is promoted by the motilin hormone. And in this strong regular contractions here, the 3 minute, the pyloric sphincter opens. And then we have the fed motor activity here. It's a little bit different, or a lot different. We have strong contractions, rhythmic contractions that last, they're very quick, they're 2 to 20 seconds. The pyloric sphincter is closed at this time because we want to make sure to break apart all the food stuff, and we have gastric emptying here. Then the fed motor activity is regulated by the calorie content, the type of nutrient we have. So we have fats, proteins, and carbs. The fats stay in the stomach longer, even if we have the same amount of calories, so 1,000 calories of fats and 1,000 calories of carbs, the fats would stay in there longer. It goes from fats, then proteins, then carbs. Also, the viscosity of the food intake can slow down the time it takes to break apart the food and gastric emptying. So like honey is very viscous. It would be slower than any other liquid. Also the particle size, however big the food is. And also we have regulation of the caudate stomach. So it's from the vagus parasympathetic nervous system. They're regulated by intrinsic hormones. We know it's a vagus because if we do a vagotomy, that affects. So there's also hormones that regulate the fed motor activity state. And this could be, the hormones are CCK, which increases the length of fed motor activity. Also, there's gastrin, which also increases length of fed motor activity, but it's a short effect. And there are unknown signals that we have not found yet. Also, there are factors that inhibit our contractions, and these factors are when we have acid in the duodenum and distension in duodenum, and then when we have lots of fats in the duodenum. Also the amino acid, this specific one, the L-tryptophan, is another inhibitor to the contraction of the stomach. And these all also slow down emptying and inhibit the breaking apart of food. Next, we will talk about the pyloric sphincter and gastric emptying. So the pyloric sphincter is at the end of the stomach, and it's the gatekeeper in the duodenum. It's regulated by gastric emptying, and it's based on the strength of the contraction, and it's made of large and strong circular muscle layer. And these contractions happen in response to these 7 factors here. So fats, lots of fats, hypertonicity. Tonicity is referring to whether it's isotonic to plasma. So in this case, if it's hypertonic, it contracts. The amount of acid, the amino acids, the stimuli via IPANs to interneurons, and intrinsic motor efferent neurons. The sympathetic nervous system closes this pyloric sphincter. The parasympathetic nervous system, it's important to know that in low frequency closes it, but when you have high frequency, it opens it. And also in patients who have vagotomy, their pyloric sphincter is open completely.